Sometimes the biggest, most telling stories, they don't come from huge, dramatic events. They come from the smallest moments. A simple meal, a casual chat with fans, a single tiny hand gesture. So let's dive into this fascinating story of how a global superstar's love for pasta accidentally turned into this incredible lesson in cultural awareness and really what it means to have good character.
And it all starts right here, with this one almost universally understood expression of pure, unadulterated culinary joy. We've got BTS's Jungkook, who just cooks some pasta for himself and for the millions of fans watching him live. He takes a bite, and this is his review. It's spontaneous, it's authentic, it's just a moment of real happiness.
Okay, so let's really set the scene properly here, because this wasn't some highly produced concert or a formal, pre-planned interview. No, this was something way more personal, way more direct. This was an artist just hanging out with his audience. So here are the details. You have Jungkook, a massive global star, live on the platform Weverse. It's super casual, super personal. He's just in his space, cooking and eating, and in the process connecting with millions of fans all over the world in real time. And after he tastes his food, he instinctively throws up that classic Mamma Mia gesture to show just how good it is. A totally simple human reaction. But what happens in the next few seconds, well, that's what makes this story so powerful. Because almost immediately, in the blink of an eye, that moment of pure joy, it shifts. You can literally see the thought process happen on his face as he pauses and starts to reflect on the gesture he just made. This is the exact point where the story pivots from just a fun cooking stream to something so much deeper.
And this is the question he asks himself, right out loud to everyone watching. He starts wondering if that gesture he just used might have a negative meaning somewhere else in the world. He actually says, "Don't people also do it when they're happy? Like when they eat something delicious, they do this, right? I'm not really sure." And that moment of vulnerability, that self-awareness, that's really the heart of this entire thing.
Now get this, without even waiting for someone to confirm it, without a single person in the chat calling him out, he just offers this really sincere apology, just in case. He puts being respectful and considerate way ahead of being right. That one simple sentence shows an incredible amount of thoughtfulness, especially for someone who's constantly living under a global spotlight. So why the sudden hesitation, right? Why would he even worry about a gesture that seems so obviously positive? Well, that question leads us right into the incredibly complex world of global communication, which, let's be honest, can be a total minefield. And here's the kind of funny part. As it turns out, his instincts were totally spot on. The pinched fingers gesture, especially in the Italian context that he was clearly referencing with Mamma Mia, is the perfect way to express that something is delicious. So he actually used it 100% correctly. It was a completely authentic and accurate way to show how much he was enjoying that pasta.
But his caution was absolutely justified. Think about it. For any public figure with an audience that spans the entire globe, these nonverbal cues are so tricky. A simple thumbs up, for example, means great in a place like the United States, but it can be a really crude, offensive insult in parts of the Middle East and West Africa. What seems harmless in your culture could be deeply insulting in another. So his quick little self-correction shows this profound awareness of just how easy it is to make a mistake without even realizing it.
Okay, so how did people react to all this? Was there some big outcry? Did people get offended? Not at all. In fact, it was the complete opposite. The internet's reaction wasn't even about the gesture itself. It was about his thoughtful, careful handling of the situation. It just sparked this massive wave of praise and appreciation. And this comment just perfectly captures the whole feeling. This fan points out, look, not only was he correct, but the fact that he was concerned was what was really so sweet. You can see this immediate understanding of the pressure he must be under and a real appreciation for his character and how he chooses to navigate it. And the praise just got more and more effusive from there. Fans weren't focused on the action anymore. They were focused entirely on his personality. The comments weren't just a simple, "Hey, good job." They were deeply appreciative of his nature, using words like precious, considerate, and kindful to describe him. And this comment right here, it just sums it all up. Plain and simple. For everyone watching, the key takeaway had nothing to do with pasta or Italian gestures. It was all about seeing a person be incredibly, genuinely considerate on a massive public stage. It became this little moment that truly revealed so much about his character. So let's pull all of these threads together, right? This small, completely unscripted moment that happened during a casual live stream ended up becoming this powerful example of what it really means to be a global public figure in this day and age. You could almost call it a case study in modern stardom. So what are the big lessons we can take away from this whole pasta-fueled incident? Well, first off, sincerity builds trust. His immediate, honest apology, even when it might not have been necessary, created this incredibly powerful connection with his audience. Second, awareness is a virtue. His caution showed so much respect for his diverse global audience, and it was an acknowledgement that he might not know every single cultural context. And finally, character is in the details. The entire reaction online proves that. It wasn't about the gesture. It was about the kind personality that was revealed in this tiny, unscripted moment. And all of this leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This whole incident really shows that being a role model today, maybe it's not about being perfect all the time. Maybe it's about being thoughtful, being willing to learn and self-correct in public, and showing grace even when you're not even sure if you've made a mistake. It's a quiet but really powerful lesson, and it was all sparked by a single delicious bite of pasta.